Welcome to today's episode of our podcast, where we dive deep into the intricacies of current events shaping our world. I'm Alvin, your host, and today we turn our focus to a significant development in U.S. trade policy that has broad reaching implications both domestically and globally. The president's announcement to increase import tariffs on steel and aluminum to a staggering 50% marks a pivotal moment in economic policymaking. This decision not only reverberates through the industries that directly depend on these metals, such as manufacturing, construction, and automotive, but also raises serious questions about potential international repercussions. To understand the gravity of this policy shift, we must first recognize the immediate economic impacts. Tariffs at this level are not just routine adjustments, they are profound interventions that can cause a cascading effect throughout supply chains. Companies that rely heavily on imported steel and aluminum are now facing the likelihood of increased input costs. These costs could translate into higher consumer prices, project delays, or diminished profit margins. It's an intricate balancing act. While domestic producers of steel and aluminum might find a competitive edge against cheaper imports, those benefits could be offset by the challenges faced by downstream industries. This leads us to examine the broader context of this decision. This significant tariff increase is part of a larger pattern indicative of the administration's strategy in handling trade policies. It underscores a more aggressive stance, where tariffs are wielded not just as economic tools, but also as leverage in international negotiations. The central question that emerges is whether this move is a strategic bargaining chip designed to extract concessions from trading partners, or if it signals the onset of a more enduring tariff policy. Such ambiguity creates an environment of uncertainty, both for markets trying to navigate these shifts and for policymakers who must anticipate the broader economic impacts. Historically, tariffs on steel and aluminum have been contentious within U.S. trade policy debates. Proponents argue these measures protect vital domestic industries and safeguard national security interests. However, critics contend that such tariffs disrupt market dynamics, inflate costs for manufacturers relying on these inputs, and provoke retaliatory measures from trade partners. By escalating these tariffs to 50%, the administration is pouring fuel on these long-standing debates, making the policy far more consequential. This development should be viewed not in isolation, but as part of the global trade network's complex tapestry. Trading partners are unlikely to sit idly by. They may respond with tariffs of their own, make appeals to international trade organizations, or seek alternative markets. Such reactions could exacerbate already strained global trade relationships and add layers of complexity to negotiations on related issues, like supply chain resilience and industrial subsidies. From a domestic perspective, the immediate effects are likely to be characterized by uncertainty and inflationary pressures. Businesses that are heavy users of steel and aluminum will need to revisit their contracts and sourcing strategies, while investors will be vigilant, looking for signs of any resultant inflation or slowdown in sectors heavily reliant on these metals. This uncertain atmosphere could stymie investments and slow economic activity as companies take a cautious approach, waiting to see how the policy landscape evolves. As we wrap up our analysis, it's important to appreciate the multidimensional nature of this policy intervention. The decision to raise tariffs to this extent is not merely an economic issue, it's a reflection of broader geopolitical strategies and domestic economic priorities. It challenges us to consider the delicate balance between protecting domestic industries and maintaining healthy international trade relationships. The implications are substantial, with the potential to alter the trajectory of both domestic economic policy and international diplomatic relations. In conclusion, while the full effects of this tariff increase will unfold over time, the move undeniably sets the stage for significant economic and political dynamics in the months to come. As always, we will continue to monitor these developments closely and provide you with informed analysis. Thank you for joining us today. Stay tuned for more insights as we continue to explore the complex world of current events.